Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the mix with Starfield. Let's get our grav drive up, although actually drop our lasers down, put our engines up, drop our shields, boost our grav drive, grav jump drive. So we are once again. What have we got? What have we got? So we get scanned here to see.
Starship Frontier, this is United Colony Security. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
So we press E and it changes our focused
Scan complete.
Ship
no
or
contraband detected.
you know,
You're
whatever's
cleared
around
for
us.
landing at New Atlantis.
We can press E here, can we? The I, Jemison. The I is next to it, so we'll go to Jemison. Can I? Okay, I have to do it this way. We are looking for our mission target, which is here, and then we are going to click that and then hold down X. So we're going to focus in on the mission. We might try and do 1 or 2 side missions depending on what comes up. They do pop up as we make our way through the world. So let's just see. What we are in store for. And I think I'm going to exit the ship naturally here, and also let's keep our gear off for the time being. So we'll exit our ship our own way. Sometimes it's nice to do things a little bit more immersively. Alright. So here we are. One of the mistakes I made was comparing this to other games like Elite Dangerous, Star Citizen.
Your memory is uncanny.
Because they all have better systems when it comes to space combat and flight and stuff. But, you know, it's really cool. I'm trying to imagine what it'd be like if I hadn't played those other games and this was the first time I'd played a game
and he's
like
our new
this.
captain. My crew can take a look at your ship, and you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo.
Okay. So, I don't want to do our ship repairs yet. I'd like to view and modify my ship just quickly.
Sure, have at it.
So let's just have a look here. I haven't looked at this yet. Ship Builder. Allows you to fully design, modify and paint your ship. The floor gauge to the right tells you where new modules will appear. When the floor gauge is at 0, for example, new modules will be placed in the center mass of the ship. Building new ship modules will cost credits, and deleting them will give you credits back. The ship builder will keep a running total and process the entire transaction at the end. There's a flight check that will give you warnings or errors if your design is invalid for any reason. Okay, I'm not going to go into this too deeply right now because it looks like... Oh, goodness me. Oh, God. I'm already pulling my ship apart. You see what I mean? So, can I just, like, swap these around? Should I want to? I mean, I could, but probably shouldn't. So I can click on this, can I? And then say I press space and cancel that. So what have I got here? Pulse laser. If I click that. So how do I like find new parts? So I could take that off if I wanted to. So do I like have to buy new parts, or options is left control? Undo, duplicate. Oh, goodness me. So I'm going to have to look into this, obviously, more in detail. But I thought it could be nice to show you this, so you can see a little bit of it in action. I can't quite see here how... like, is this... Where do I get new parts from right now? Flight check, edit, space, Z to flip. So that would be to rotate it around. Nominal. Yeah, I can't see anywhere where it's telling me I can get new parts. However, there is this here to allow us to select different ships. Oh, ship upgrade mode allows you to make improvements to your ship without needing to worry about where modules should be placed. 8,319 to do that. Some upgrades may have level or skill requirements. Okay. So, yeah, cancel that. What about, can I click any of this? Weapon 2, engines. Okay, so I could. Yeah, 11,000 to upgrade the engine. Interesting. So this is kind of what I was looking for. Grav drives, reactors, shields. We'll get to this later. And I'll show you quickly
I'm sure you can find.
what ships this guy has for sale. Our price is down here. Wow, look at that. 94,000 for this Econohaul. Shieldbreaker, 279,000. Rambler, the Galileo. He didn't have even remotely anything like this last time. He was selling ships for 400 credits, 3,000 credits. So this is different. Okay, fine.
Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
So let's move on to the main mission.
I can assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible.
Interesting skin texture
For you,
there.
Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
You don't see
My
that very
parents
often in
aren't dead.
games, do
They
you?
just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible. We'll just.
Awkward.
Helena Chambers, ID SSCOM 1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to Mast ASAP for a full debrief. My treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter.
Alright.
And you failed to initiate-
As interested as I am in those experiences,
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
right now I want to crack on with the main mission, which is this way. Just so much interesting stuff.
Dawn's Roost has the best food in the settled systems.
So much.
Hello there.
Hello there. Interesting stuff happening. So the world is really cool. I love the feel of the place. It feels like a busy, you know, populated city.
This is New Atlantis Transit,
Pardon me.
or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
All right. So this train here, straight to the Mast District. So this is going to take us through to where we need to be. We've got so much time to explore and get involved in so many of these stories. Okay. Throw down a save.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing.
Whatever you
Or
do,
so Barrett has told me.
don't shoot
New
people.
Atlantis
Okay.
relies on advanced hydroelectric
Don't shoot
for
random
most of its
people.
power.
The guards don't like it. Okay. We learned that the hard way last time. But one thing that's kind of funny, and this is one of the things that sent me on my critical
That impressive building
critical
is
mass,
MAST,
you know.
the military, administrative, and scientific triumvirate. It stands as a symbol of the United Colonies.
Nobody responds to your, you know, the fact that you've got a gun out. And that you're shooting all over the place. If you shoot someone, it's a different story. But apparently it's okay to just pull your gun out and shoot all over the place. What's this? Just a light? So, cracking on
Here we are.
the lodge.
The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will.
So this is where we meet the group. And
Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If
yes.
Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now. and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Okay. Yes, there are lots of things to borrow that are valuable here.
I'm suggesting we appear to have a visitor.
Okay.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
Sure. Pirates attacked and Barrett asked me to deliver the artifact.
I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we?
Well,
What
try.
happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything?
Let's try.
Hear anything?
Yeah, it was bright lights and music.
Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
There. Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Country, if you expect us to believe in fairy tales...
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe...
Permanently
why
reduce
couldn't it
fall
be part of
damage
the ultimate
by
mystery?
5%.
Gentlemen, can we...
So, like I said, there's lots of
Noel.
very
I think it's
expensive
a theory.
items here that we can borrow
Let's see.
to sell.
We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Consider it done.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
I think I like this kid. Hello, Matteo.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves that...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager?
Kinda cool, right?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
Well, actually, yes I am. So, how do you know about the artifacts? What are they? How much do you know about them?
They're just odd hunks of metal. Another oddity from the uncharted reaches of space. As to what they are, what they're building, well, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
Okay, alright. So what next?
You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here, but you'll meet them soon. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to be doing some traveling together. Get your feet wet. And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability?
Very cool.
You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Alright, so 8,000 credits, a constellation pack, lodge key added. So if we go here to our backpacks here, we now have a constellation pack which gives us a little bit of a boost to physical resistance, energy resistance, and all the other stats as well, except for radiation resistance, which is less than this tunnel mining pack. What else do we have here? Anything of importance? No, we won't be wearing that just yet. Okay, so what I did last time was basically speak to her straight away and initiated the quest, which we will do soon. However, something else that's also very important. Are you like me? Do you, like me, love shiny, expensive things that you can borrow to sell. There's lots and lots of them. Look, people just leave credits lying around. It's free money after all. So obviously our character, look at that, 655 value. Obviously our character is a thief. And he just loves, really loves, very expensive items. Report to Clark Lewis. Okay, feel free again to pause and read should you want to. Look at this. There's just trinkets. Free, wonderful, magnificent trinkets everywhere you look. Is that the same room? No, it isn't. Okay, I didn't come in here last time. 240 value. What's this here? Darts. Okay, we won't take the dinner plates. Is this a cooking station? It is a cooking station. Fire extinguisher, because, you know, fires happen, don't they, in life? The origin of species. 620. Dracula. Moby Dick. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think that's gonna do it. I feel a little bit cheeky doing all this stuff because you can. Obviously, this is another thing. Oh my god, all this wine. It's just sitting there for us to take. It's free money, isn't it, at the end of the day? It's just lying around here. Obviously, it'll be great when this is modded so that, you know, there are consequences for this sort of action. But right now, it's, oh, okay, very good. Pharmaceutical lab. I haven't looked at this yet. Antibiotics and bandages. Sealant and fibre. I'll craft me a few of those. Antibiotics then are for used to treat infections. Okay, I didn't know there were infections in the game. I haven't been in this room before. So I picked up some more crafting items there. Give me that too, and that's probably expensive. What else we got here? Microscope. Molecular extractor. There's just so much stuff, isn't there? My friend Wilby, okay. And what's this way? This place is pretty big. So yeah, I haven't actually been down this end of it yet. Personal digiframe, we can probably borrow that. Toy spaceship. What else we got there? Humidifier. Crystal desk file. Alright, should we go now? Should we just leave? Lots of fancy things all over the place. What an interesting building. Okay, that's locked. Some binoculars. What's that? Thermos and a digipig. Okay. There's just so much here, isn't there? Alright, okay, alright. I hear you, I hear you. But maybe I could take nothing else. Alright, fine. Let's get on with the mission then. Okay. Oh, I'm really overburdened. Let me drop my
your service, Captain.
Stuff
Captain,
off.
Now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary.
Okay, so he's...
Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development, in case you ever need to build a base for field research.
We will get into that. I could use you on my crew. Outpost development.
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses.
Very cool.
It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
So I haven't gotten into any of that stuff yet. Sounds useful. I will try it next time.
The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction in your ship's cargo.
Very good. Alright, so I could use you on my crew, Vasco.
Captain, I will proceed to my assigned post.
Alright, so manage your crew. Review and change their assignments between your ships and outposts. Different crew have different skills which enhance your ships or outposts. Let's assign him to the frontier. So he will now wander off to our ship. And very soon we get a new companion anyway.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the Eye full time.
I haven't talked to this lady here. Hello, Noah.
That was intense, wasn't it? The artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
Okay, you seem to know a lot about these artifacts.
Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
So can I help you to learn more?
Well, right now nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition, I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're gonna be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Okay, organic stuff, got it.
There's a galaxy chock full of resources. The more data I have, the more thorough an analysis I can do. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
Okay, Sarah said something about a place for me to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good. I think we can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour. Right. So you've seen the library, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Walter is quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation.
Okay.
Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs.
All right,
Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
So she's obviously going to give us a tour now then. We've been around a little bit, but she's going to show us maybe some of the things we haven't seen. Turn our torch off. So I haven't done this before. You can shoot these people, by the way, but they don't respond. Watch.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself. Within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs.
Can I, like,
nice having the place so
play darts? Let me just see if I can equip that as a weapon. Darts. No. Ammo. Shotgun cartridges. No. Doesn't seem to, maybe it's just a general resource. So moving while over encumbered lowers our oxygen, our stamina, basically. So this is our room, is it? Oh, watch case. Okay, I'm always picking up extra stuff. I'm already
okay,
overburdened.
This'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet.
Moby
I'm sure
Dick.
Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep.
So there's no.
Enjoy.
Oh, there is a storage here. Alright, so what I will do for the time being... Okay, this is common to sometimes... Oh, wait, it's because it's empty. Never mind. Alright, what I will do here is drop off... I mean, I don't actually want to drop off all the stuff. I would rather drop off some of the valuables. So let me just take a second to go through... How do I know what's value, though? Do I sort? I can sort by value. Alright, this should only take a second. I'm just going to get rid of basically everything we've picked up inside this building. And the rest has, well, it has some sort of value to us. But that stuff I wouldn't mind selling. Okay, that'll do. At least we know where it is anyway. I didn't know this was our room. I've never found this before. So, you know, that's cool, isn't it? And we'll drop off that one more item, which was very, very expensive. Okay, that'll do. Let's crack on with the main mission then. We'll go and speak to Sarah, is it?
So, are you ready to get to work?
Sure am. Let's do it.
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work.
Great.
That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are.
Okay, they're safe. Yeah, I get it. So, yeah, she's telling us... I just skipped that then. She's telling us that they're... People don't know what these artifacts are and that they're safe. You can hold them. They seem to have no effect on people.
You've done this before, eh? Wise words. We watch each other's backs. We'll be fine.
I'll try not to skip
but it's
anymore.
Not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
Alright, let's do it.
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood?
Okay, understood.
Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
So basically, what she's saying to us is... These people aren't the police.
Constellation living up to your expectations.
It's a dream come true, Sarah.
Not gonna last
You know
much
that.
longer. Just making sure. Bright young girl like you, there are no shortage of opportunities.
Okay, maybe not every single day is a dream come true. But the work we're involved in, the discoveries we're making, it's all worth it.
So the voice acting's not terrible, is it? It's quite believable. I do love the animations. I love the facial features, the movement of the face. Okay, so basically what she's saying is she's not the police and we have a lot of freedom to do what we want. So this way... So our parents live at Pioneer Tower. And that's Frontier, that's our ship. New Atlantis is that way.
Scan any promising leads?
Unknown structure over there. Talk to Sarah's contact this way. So there's the lodge. There's a lot of stuff going on around the place, which we can get involved in as much as we want to. I guess let's just try and see if we can go this way. I think we are still quite overburdened. Maybe. Actually, let's have a look at that. Oh no, we're not. We're doing good. Okay, so we're going to see Sarah's contact. This game is huge, guys. There's a lot going on here. So it feels odd to me. I don't quite know my place in the world yet, you know. I don't quite know how I want to play the game or what sort of things I want to focus on.
Flow through this place. Figuratively, of course.
Oh, that's to my parents. So we're looking for this way, Sarah's contact. which is, oh, okay, it's over there then. Yeah, so there's no swimming. I mean, you can't dive. Obviously, you can swim, but you can't actually go down in the water, underwater. Or if you, at least I haven't figured out how to do that. I'm pressing all the usual keys, crouch, space, trying to aim down, space is to jump. But yeah, anyway. Let's go see this guy in here. Hey, buddy.
The well's been having brownouts all the time. Mast finally sent someone down there, but nothing. Keep it moving.
Okay, so investigate the brownouts in the well. There's a side mission there.
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend? Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your UC citizenship?
I mean, I hadn't really thought about it, honestly. What's the Vanguard?
United Colonies volunteer fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on UC goods and medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in?
I mean, maybe later. It actually does sound quite interesting, but I feel like maybe I want to be a pirate. So maybe we'll discuss this later.
All right. Can't blame me for trying, right? I mean, I still haven't given up on getting Sarah to re-enlist.
It's a game we play. He asks, I say no.
Here's what I got for you two. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system? Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me.
Alright, I guess we talk to him then. But who is this Moera?
Oh, he goes way back. Think he was recruit number 81 or something.
Okay. So I guess we check it out.
Sol system is a lot of planets, but a vet like Moera will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols.
Thanks, John.
Anything for Sarah. UC always takes care of its own. Even the prodigal children.
Oh, brother.
I'm serious about that recruitment offer, by the way. You just come talk to me when you're ready. UC is a good friend to have.
So I'm curious to know if you can basically align with one, I wanted to say enclave, align with one group and then, you know, align with a different group. So our next mission, we're going to stick with this one for now. Ask about Moera in Sidonia. Okay, so let's have a look at our map then. Get out of here. So we are going to... I do still have a little bit of a problem navigating some of these menus. I can just do it this way, show on map. Okay, that's why it was so difficult. So we need to get back to our ship, and so if I hold down jump, whoa, I actually just jumped from the ground. I didn't know you could do that.
UC security, prepare to be scanned for contraband.
Wow, so I didn't even have to walk back to my ship. That's interesting. I did not know you could do that.
Done. Welcome to Mars.
I spent the time actually walking back to my ship to then jump previously. Alright, so we've got a skill point. Now, here's something interesting about these skills here. Each skill comes with a challenge to it. Is there one here for carry capacity? Boost pack, ballistic weapon systems, piloting, security. I feel like it might be down this side. Boxing fitness, unlock, you have 10% more oxygen. Adds a stealth meter, weightlifting, increase total carrying capacity by 10 kilos. So let's have a look what the challenge here is. Sprint for 1,000 meters while at 75% or more of your maximum load capacity. Alright, so that, I think, when we level that up, it will bump us to rank 2. I think. So let's jump to this. So the space navigation is very different. It's very, very different to what you would expect from a space game. Did I just jump to a different place? I did, didn't I? Oh, I was looking at a different planet. It's very different to what you might expect. Clearly, it's...
This is United Colony Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
Why? What's going on here? Okay, do I need to look this way? Okay, let's just do it this way instead. Mars Launchpad. No, we're going to Sidonia. Show me? How do I... Scan? Oh, I just scanned that planet. Nice. I actually want to land here, though. I think we need to be scanned first, guys. Hold on. Before we can land.
We're done. Welcome to Mars.
So we could also hail that guy. Let's have a look at that. So I don't know if I've showed you that yet. So we can communicate with this guy.
Hello.
Anything you can tell me about the United Colonies?
The colonies were founded before humanity even left Earth. They're the link to where we all came from. At least, that's what they taught us in civics class.
You see, little Mov. Little Mov, heard anything interesting?
Knew this woman who worked graveyard shift for Hope Tech, the shipbuilder. Said they're serious taskmasters. Guess you don't get that successful by being inefficient.
Alright, outbound transmission is fine. We're not going to trade. We don't need to trade. Now, what I do want to do is not that. We want to be down here. Set landing target to Sidonia. So we just had to get scanned first before we were allowed to settle. Now, I did go off track a little bit previously and started exploring around. We're not going to do that just yet. We will get to that later. For now, let's just stick. Got a Mars Launchpad there. I wonder if you could walk from there to there. That's a question I have. So it's that element that's very different to most space games. If you've ever played other space games, you've got a lot more seamlessness. It's taken some getting used to, and at first it didn't meet my expectations, or rather my hopes. However, I can see the charm in this, and the more I play it, the more I get used to it's quite fluid. Once you know how to, transition between zones and load screens, you're just flying very quickly to lots of different planets. So it feels a lot more like just transitioning to a new place, as opposed to flying through space and the amount of time that would take to do stuff like that in a more immersive format. What I'm trying to do here as I speak, unsuccessfully, is put on our gear because we need to go outside. But first of all, let me just drop off any unwanted items here and quickly deposit all of these, only because I have a auto fire binding on my mouse. You will have to deposit all of these by hand,
really necessary for you to
by
drag around all that gear?
clicking Clicking, 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 clicking. Lots of clicking. Which is pretty crazy. Again, I still can't see... Oh, there's a jettison there. Does that just push it out to space, does it? I still can't see any way of doing this quickly. I may be missing it. It's very possible that I am missing it. I think I might have just picked up all that stuff, did I? I don't know. I might have accidentally just picked all that stuff up. Let me just drop all this stuff off in the ship. Yes, so I was actually picking everything up from the ship instead of dropping it off, but we've dropped it off now. So let's save here and then we will crack on with business. Quite quick load screens, which is good.
Greetings, Captain.
The air here is not breathable, so if you walk off the ship there without your spacesuit on, you will start taking damage. Anything for us to grab here? What have we got there? So that's one bug. Did you see that then as I was trying to scan that? Sarah Morgan, which is her name, pops up. Mars Launchpad. Ask about Mawara. Abandoned mines over there. Apparently this has got lead in it, which is interesting. So we have very low gravity on Mars.
Heat leeches in the engines, leeches on the hull, multiple leeches in the grav drive.
So, I mean, there are places down here that we could explore. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think you can get to these places. I haven't actually been down there, but I'm very curious. It looks interesting, doesn't it? We will get to that, guys, okay? But let's stick with the main deal down here. It's cool, guys. I do like the experience. When I look past the criticisms, all in all, I'm into this. I'm definitely here for Starfield. Starfield will be on the channel for a little while. I do look forward to the modding scene evolving, but it's okay as it is.
Sorry? What do you mean there's no work?
Yeah, do you have any idea how far we've traveled? How much money we...
You
Come
know,
on,
I
forget it.
believe
Let's
we've
get out
got
of
the
here.
best mining team
Maybe
ever.
it's not too late to catch a ride back home.
Welcome, welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor, mining director for the Deimos mining project here in scenic underground Sidonia.
Okay.
I could spare a minute or two to chat, so long as you're not looking for mining work, I suppose.
Why does he sound familiar? So you must be the boss around here?
Yep, that's me. Joined up with Deimos when I was just 17 as a mining gopher. Go for this, go for that, you know how it is. I worked hard, proved myself capable, and got the promotion to mining director about 6 years ago, after the old boss retired. Some of the older guys resent me, but I give everyone a lot of leeway as long as they meet their quotas. So that keeps them happy enough.
Uh-huh. I used to do mining work for Argos. I was hoping you'd have work, but it doesn't sound like it.
Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great, but yeah, unfortunately all our mining contracts are filled right now. Unless, maybe you could help me out with a job. Off the books.
Ooh, what is it? Depends on what it is.
Great! I promise it's nothing that'll get anyone in any kind of trouble. See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it used to. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas. And we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right?
Uh-huh.
I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though.
Go on.
Okay, glad you're still on board. First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some ore. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first.
Sounds good.
When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come see me.
Alright, so we've just picked up a side quest. Gather 10 iron ore. That shouldn't be too tricky. I don't know this person. I've never met him before here. We've picked up already. Start an outpost on a planet. See your parents. Investigate the brownouts in the wells. Speak to Commander Tuala about joining the Vanguard. Check out your ship's inventory. We'll do that soon. Again, when we get back to the ship. Okay, let's stick with the main quest then. A fracking station there. I thought I said Mars Meth Factory. Fracking, another fracking station. So Mars is obviously a bit of a mining planet then. Interesting, guys. Interesting. It's good. I'm enjoying this. It's nice to try to look into the other areas of the game, right? Self-service bounty clearance. Oh, so you can pay your own bounties, can you? If you have a bounty with anyone in the settle systems, don't worry. We can clear that up for you. We're not wanted. Well, we are wanted because we've got the perk wanted. Mission board. I didn't know this was here. Destroy the Crimson Fleet. Give it to me. Oh, now this is what I'm talking about. All right, now we're in. Now I feel like I can get a bit of a feel for what I want to do. You know, we'll be a mercenary, doing missions. Kill the pirate. Now, deliver heat sinks. Deliver ultra batteries. Now, do I get given this? I do, but I don't know if I can fit that in my ship. Oh, very cool. Alright, so I'm starting to get more of a feel now for what we're in store for with this game. I've been wondering when this would come about. I did not see this mission board before. So, we're just going to take that one mission. Hey.
Sometimes
I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I want to take... Not that one. I want to see about this one here. Delivery. And this one. Another delivery. Don't have space. Oh, it's just filled up our space automatically. Well, that's really interesting. Okay, I like that.
Can't believe we're still pulling up huge mineral deposits after all this time.
That would be to steal. Don't steal.
I'm looking to join a crew. Any openings?
Okay, I talked to this lady last time. Not really, no.
Suit yourself.
She was way too expensive for us. But
Go to
now...
Mars, they said. The pay is great, they said.
Now, this guy here has... This guy here has a mission as well, which is...
I could never leave these people behind. Their continued success is my life's work.
Can I... I just accidentally might have stole that. Okay, it's not stolen. Alright, I'll introduce you to this guy. He's got some missions for us. He's a bit of a character, actually, this guy.
Oh, hello there, friend. Have you been there long?
Just got here.
Oh, good. I thought maybe I'd fallen asleep. But, oh my, I've forgotten my manners. Phil Hill, at your service.
Does he
yes,
sound
it
like
rhymes.
Linus?
Had a thing about rhyming.
From Linus Tech
My
Tips?
siblings are named Bill, Jill, and Sil. The Hills. What a thrill. But there I go again. You aren't here to talk about me. You're here to talk about List.
Okay.
Sounds like we're about to hear a sales pitch.
Go on then.
Great. What can the League of Independent Settlers do for you today? Or as I like to say, how can I help make today your very best day?
So what exactly is the list?
Why, we help people. We get folks set up and able to start new lives in new places, free of governmental interference. We survey the stars, find suitable places matching people's needs, and get folks started with the essentials. I don't suppose you have a ship? Interested in earning some easy credits?
I mean, technically, yeah, I guess so.
That's terrific, because I have a lot of work needing doing. This stack of papers here, these are just the most recent applicants looking for new worlds to settle on.
That's a lot of paperwork.
Everywhere I go, people are really excited about the prospects of living a truly free life, living where and how they want to. I've got a cargo hold full of stacks just like that. Oh boy.
That's not our problem.
Oh, of course not. I wouldn't make you do my paperwork for me. Although, I wouldn't mind the help.
They are very expressive, aren't they? I mean, I'm not here to do paperwork, mate.
Not to worry. The mountains of papers are my responsibility. We're looking for folks with ships and or basic people skills to seek out suitable planets and leads on potential clients. I don't suppose you possess either of those qualifications?
Yeah, I guess I've got a ship and basic people skills.
You know, I can tell that you do, just by the little we've interacted already. Most importantly, we need to collect data on habitable planets. The more habitable, the better.
Right.
Secondly, we're always looking for new applicants. So, as you travel around meeting people, when the occasion arises, see if you can interest them in signing up for the list. I'm pretty sure I overheard some people in here talking about wanting to start a new life.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
Excellent. Thank you. Whoops. Nearly forgot. Take this.
So, I feel that this is going to be our introduction, potentially. Well, one, to surveying a planet. As you can see there in the top left. This person here, we just listen.
What you need is a change of scenery.
So we just overheard that this person is looking for a new life. So let's talk to them. If I can
Going to have to lug cargo across half the
initiate
Yes.
a conversation. Couldn't help but overhear your conversation.
Okay.
So let's try and persuade them somehow. And with the League of Independent Settlers, we can help you change your life.
Yeah, right. I've heard this all before.
Didn't seem to work. Okay, so to persuade a person, you need to make successful choices. Here we go. So this person has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little pips down here. We have 3 turns. Each one of these, obviously, the red is more difficult than the orange or whatever colour that is, yellow or orange, and that's more difficult than the green. But you get more points if you can convince them. There's also an auto persuade down here, which isn't active this time for this character. Let's try this one. People who sign up are cut above the rest. No good. Okay, so we've got 2 turns left. Bearing in mind, we've got to get 6.
I am starting to believe that. Thanks.
We've got 1 turn left. It's got to be a 4. You need to think positively or you'll never get the life you deserve.
You're not in my head. You don't know what I'm thinking.
Didn't work.
If you did, you'd probably leave pretty quick.
Ah, I see the auto persuade down there.
This isn't for me. Sorry.
Is actually
Good try, though.
lighting up. Okay, so now I know if we get her to sign up, we get 1,000 credits.
No way. Get
Oh.
out of here.
Wow, she didn't actually want to do it this time. Last time the person did sign up for 1,500 credits. So we made 500 credits. So we still need to potentially sign someone up.
Take care of your ship.
But we can get to that at a later date, I suppose.
I swear that warning klaxon still startles me every time.
Who's saying that?
Most visitors can't wait.
I'm looking for work. You hiring?
So these people obviously would like to join a crew.
Can't blame me for trying.
Mission activities, speak with Layla. So there's a lot going on here right now already. Speak with Layla, check out your ship's inventory. I don't know who that is. Is that the person we just spoke to? Anyway, let's get back to the main quest. Wait a second. What was that? Red tape blues. Gather iron. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm looking for a vanguard named Moara.
He ain't been around. Went off on patrol. Hasn't been back in since. We're starting to think it might be time to pour one out to the blackest sea.
So it's cool to see that the game's kind of taking slightly different turns here with lots of different missions coming about. The blackest sea?
You got another word for it?
He means outer space.
Ma'am.
We could track him down if you know his patrol route.
Believe me, I've heard it. After about round 3 or 4 was all he would talk about. And he's got a voice that carries. Look, nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian. Especially one that's missing. But,
He has a tab, and you don't know if he's coming back.
it's a lot of credits, okay? I let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money, I got problems. What do you say?
2,500 credits is a bit much. So Sarah Morgan here it says your companion can speak on your behalf. What they will say is written next to their name.
No, I've done this routine. Let's skip to the part where you admit you're lying about what he owes.
You calling me a liar? I'll throw both of you out of this bar right now.
Oh, please. 2 strangers arrive from off-world asking for information only you have. You see an opportunity. Everyone always does. Lower the price. Don't think we can't find another way to get what we want.
Fine.
So we'll see if we can persuade him to...
Come on. Life on Sidonia ain't hard enough. You're gonna guilt trip me?
So he's got 4 pips. What matters to you more, the money or Moira's life? Or we could be the only ones who could find him.
Maybe.
So it looks like as we persuade someone, we get an auto-persuade queue that goes up. Nobody else needs to know about this.
I mean, it might be okay.
Done.
Alright, I give up. Just trying to earn a living here. Last time he was here, Moira kept yelling about the Lady of Love. Singing songs. All that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
Fine. We'll make do.
Right, so now we've got to go to Venus.
I haven't had a day off in 3 years.
Stay safe.
Leona Hawks.
Hello there. Do I know you?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I was just wondering the same thing.
Huh. How odd that we both thought we knew each other. I'm Leona Hawks, Deimos Staryard's corporate liaison. Anyone who deals with our office likely deals with me at some point. I suppose I'll be seeing you around.
What do you do here?
I coordinate between Deimos Corporate and the other operations, such as the Staryard itself, and the mining operations here on Sidonia. Deimos Staryard's corporation is a complex entity, given that the different divisions have different goals and priorities. My job is to make sure those are all in alignment.
Alright, so what is Deimos Staryard's relationship with the UC?
We've been contracted with the UC for decades to provide military-focused crafts for the entire fleet. It makes sense that they trust us, as Deimos is the oldest standing ship manufacturer in the settled systems. We were responsible for some of the major advancements in grav drive technology since the early days of its existence, so our legacy is strong.
Alright, is that it? That's all it was?
Okay, ladies. Drinks?
So there's a couple of people here. Named people.
Yes.
We're not going to take anything. Made that mistake before. People really don't like it when you take stuff. Alright, so I want to try this again here. If we go to our missions, go to Venus, hold down R, or just press R. Set a course, it does it automatically. Hold down X. Boom, we're off the planet. And we are in space just outside of Venus.
What do we have here? See that cluster of ships? Varun Zealots. You ever run into one? Completely devoted to a deity they call the Great Serpent. The devourer of the unbelievers. I'll let you guess what happens if they spot us.
My last character was also that. He also prayed to the serpent or whatever she just said. And we were able to basically teach this woman a prayer. And she spoke the prayer to these people and they just ignored us. They let us go. Obviously this time it's going to be very different.
No, but I think I see something else that might. There's a UC satellite beacon hovering distressingly close to those Varun ships. If we can get close enough to it, we could download its logs and figure out where our vanguard was heading to next.
So we need to get to that beacon without being attacked.
Exactly. Minimal ship power, go slow. We grab the data on that satellite and jump away.
Minimal ship power, eh? Minimize ship system power to avoid detection. Systems like weapons and shields are easier to detect. For maximum stealth, power down all systems except 1 or 2 bars in your engines and stay as far away from an enemy as you can. Get within 500 meters of the satellite beacon so that you can activate it. This is interesting. We didn't have to... Dude, slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Relax, relax. We didn't have to do this last time. What happens if we turn our engines all the way up? Shields offline. Can we move forward at all? We can't. So this is as fast as we can go. So if I target that... Alright. A little bit of a jump.
Oh, great serpent, bless this communion that we may walk in Janan Verun's footsteps. That he jumped from the soul system out into the beyond and touched your magnificence. That he learned the truth of the shrouding, the coming eternal embrace. That you will reward the promised and cast the accursed into shadow.
Slow down a bit. Obviously we've got to massively boost all of our systems here if we get spotted. I feel like we're going to get spotted. I don't know though. So let's just take our time with this for a minute. So I'm really glad that I started the series again, guys. I got really hung up on the fact that the combat that the combat isn't what I wanted it to be, or isn't what I want it to be. And there were I think what that did was kind of taint my experience enough to paint a bit of a negative picture on a lot of the other things as well, which it just didn't feel fair ultimately, and I wasn't happy with it. So I'm glad that I've started it again. I'm having a better time this time, that I'm kind of focusing in on what this game offers. It quite simply, it feels like a lot of other different games, systems, have been unified into a cohesive whole, but to get them all to work, it has had to kind of simplify a lot of the systems so that they're not so deep and immersive, but that they can all kind of work together within a single game. We all know that those really deep space games famously have had a lot of problems with, well, just working and getting all of their mechanics to function harmoniously together. So, you know, what Bethesda have done here is, you know, clearly simplified and made things a lot less immersive and deep, but have allowed those systems to come together really quite nicely. There's still a few features and functions we'll get into which you know that modders will fix it and improve it. Anyway, I just want to say that I'm really glad that I decided to start again. And as I've kind of trained my thoughts away from thinking so much about those other games and how cool those other games are and how well refined and deep those systems are, as I've stopped doing that and just started to enjoy what this game is presenting at face value, the better time that I've had, even just in this episode and the one before this. So really kind of cool actually, and brings back a bit more of that excitement that I felt at the start of today when I was doing the live stream. Alright, here we are. We've just got to get within 500 meters. Looks like we actually made it. This is cool. This is kind of a cool immersive moment, isn't it? Sometimes slowing down in these games is all you need to do. Like, imagine, bring yourself back into that immersive kind of mindset. Make sure the satellite is selected. Press E to cycle between targets. Activate.
Earth and everything around it was abandoned.
There's 3 of them.
And the old star yards are crawling with spacers and others.
I hit the wrong. I hit the wrong bloody thing. I meant to hit Alt. Right, so what's the goal now? Now what do you want me to do? Let's have a look at our mission. Oh, go to Nova Galactic Star Yard. Where's that? Here? Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy that I decided to start the series again. It feels a lot better now for the reasons that I was just explaining. I am quite excited about continuing on with this series and getting more deeply involved in the gameplay. Please do keep an eye out in the coming days for more videos. And yeah, I hope you're enjoying the series so far. I hope you're excited about seeing a little bit more Starfield content on the channel. We'll find our feet with this. When I jump into Fallout 4 now and I've got all my mod lists in place and all the rest of it, I'm very familiar with what kind of gameplay I want to get involved in. I really don't know what we're going to do with this. Oh, what's this survey thing here? I really don't know what we're going to do with this game on the channel, but I imagine it will become a bit of a base for maybe a few different kinds of series. For now, we're just going to focus in on the main quest, exploring the gameplay itself, seeing what the game has to offer. There's still so much more in here that we haven't even got into yet, just with regards to the base game, let alone our own kind of creativity for the channel, and you know, whether it's challenges or specific sort of characters we want to play, or specific gameplay styles that we can get into at some point. So once again, thank you for your patience, and I do hope you will remember to check the links in the description. There's all sorts of stuff going on down there. You'll find access to the full playlist, along with access to members only content should you be interested in inquiring into that. And yeah, tons of other playlists and things on the channel. Don't worry, all the other content that we're into, the other series that we've been playing, are going to continue. This is just also going to slot nicely into the mix. Ladies and gentlemen, goodbye for now.